Listen here. We shall pray for our enemies. Of course, we know that. The word says it, right? But when I look at Psalms 35, I see where David is upset and he's tired of these fools messing around over his life. He says to the Lord, "Oh Lord, oppose those who oppose me. Fight those who fight up against me. Put on your armor and take up your shield. Prepare for battle and come to my aid. Prepare for battle and come to my aid. Lift up your spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Let me hear you say, I will give you victory." See, David had gotten tired of doing the things of praying for his enemies, because his enemies began to be worse. They had turned themselves against the Lord. They wasn't ready. They wasn't ready to turn around. David prayed over and over again for his enemies. He even sought the Lord for them. He fasted and he prayed for his enemies. But after so long, David was upset. And he said, "Lord, it's time for you to step up." And sometimes we just got to stand up and say, "Lord, I need you to stand up and fight my enemies. I need you to prepare for battle. It is time for you to do what you promised that you would do." And that's how we do it. We don't give vengeance to our enemies, but our enemies shall wreak havoc when the Lord comes and do what he's supposed to do against them. He will make your enemies his enemies. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He said that his enemies began to conspire against him and laugh and say, "Oh yeah, we saw him do it." They lied about it. They were false witnesses against him. So now he cries out to the Lord and tells him, "You need to get ready for battle, because it's time for us to do this." And that's what's about to happen to your enemies. The Lord ain't playing no more. It's time for you to have the peace that you deserve. That God would come in and bless you by taking your enemies away from you. By destroying them because they tried to destroy you. What's wrong with that? Think about it. If someone came fighting you and you were not trying to defend yourself, you gonna just stand there? That's what they doing. They fight up against you without any type of remorse. They don't even have a reason to. They just come against you because one other person may be against you. And they come together and try to tag team. But now it's time for the Lord to stand up. And this is what you have to pray. Psalms 35 is the prayer that you need to pray. Yes, indeed. It says, "How long, O Lord, will you look on and do nothing? Rescue me from their fierce attacks. Protect my life from these lions." See, they lions. You know, it says the enemy goes around like a roaring lion, and they all lions because that's what they are. They lions and they lying on you, okay? Liars, period. There's no way around it. They're nothing but lions and liars. So when they step up against you, you have to pray to God for him to do the same thing to them as they did to you. Of course, we're godly, but you know that God is a God of vengeance. He gets upset too. We have his character in us. Everything ain't all peaches and cream. So when we step up and we tell the Lord, "Listen, this is what your word says, and I'm bringing it to you. I need you to step up on my behalf and make my enemies fall." And that's what's going to happen. They're going to fall in the pit that they dug for you. The very same pit that they dug for you is the very same pit they going to fall in. Understand me and hear me when I say this. It won't be long. They're getting fearful and tired. They're tired. Because what they fighting against and what they're up against is God's chosen ones. God's children. God's people. No longer will he allow this to continue to happen. Not for so long. You may feel like he's given up on you or he's left you behind, but that is not the truth. That's the lies of the lions. That's right. They keep lying on you. They keep sprouting out lies on your name. Telling everybody you did this and you did that. All they know how to do is try to expose lies on other people. That's exactly what they're doing. Get over yourself. That's what your enemies need to do. Get over themselves. Move on and move forward before the Lord strikes a path upon them that they cannot get out of. That's what's going to happen. It says, oh Lord, you know all about it. Do not stay silent. Do not abandon me now, oh Lord. Wake up. Rise to my defense. Take up my case, my God and my Lord. Declare me not guilty, O Lord, my God, for you give justice. Don't let my enemies laugh at me in my troubles. Don't let them laugh at me. They don't laugh a little bit too long. And God is about to come through and strike them down, y'all. Listen, don't let them say, look, we got what we wanted. We don't need that, because that's exactly what they want to say. They look and see that some of the things in your life ain't went right, that things have turned awkwardly for you. And they say, ha ha, we got what we wanted. But David is saying, don't let them say that. We don't need them laughing at us. Don't let them look and say that we got what we wanted. Because they will try. It says, now we will eat him alive. That's what they'll do. They will try to tear you up at your lowest, baby. But understand me, hear me when I say this. The Lord is going to step up for you in battle, just like he did for David. He didn't play about David. David was a man after God's own heart, just like the chosen ones, after God's own heart. And God is going to step up for you and declare that you are innocent and not guilty, that they messed with the wrong one, that the Lord ain't playing about you. Do you hear me? So everything that you done seen that's been happening in your life that you ain't liked, all that stuff that they keep doing, God is about to rise up, and he gonna raise up an army just for you, because you are a part of him. And when they fighting against you, they fighting against him. So you know he gonna prepare for battle. Then later on, David says in Psalms 37, don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong. For like grass, they shall soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon will wither. They will wither, y'all. They can't stand up against the glory of God in your life. And as weeks go on, as time goes on for David, as he's praying that his enemies, God will stand up against his enemies, let me tell you what happens in Psalms 40. It talks about this. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and he heard my cry. He lifted me up out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied my feet as I walked along. He has given me a new song to sing, a hymn song of praise to our God. Many will see what he has done and be amazed. They will put their trust in the Lord. Oh, the joy of those who trust in the Lord. Understand that it took a little time. It took a little more praying as we pray against our enemies. We already prayed for them long enough. Like it says, God tells you to pray for your enemies. But after so long, when they have given in to the evils of this world and they continue to do what they do, you have to be just like David and ask God to step up for you. It's no longer us being a fool. Because after a while, y'all know they're saying, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 2 times, the blame's on me. Fool me 3 times, it's over with. You done with. You gonna fall in the very grave they dug for you. I don't know if that's what the saying says exactly, but hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. You done prayed and prayed for these people. You fasted and prayed for them. You asked the Lord to bless them before and to help them to turn from their evil ways, but they have given themselves over to the devil. They have already sold their souls. They're no longer on God's side. They've made up their choice to follow in their wicked ways. Yes, to have their own free will done in their life. Now it's time for the army of the Lord to stand up and pray against what the enemy is trying to do against you. Your enemies that conspire against you over in the night. They go to sleep praying that you will not wake up. They go to sleep and send demonic attacks your way. They go to sleep and attack you in the spiritual realm. They send spiritual warfare against you and your family. What are you going to do? Now it's time for you to stand up and pray to God for him to come through. And after you do that, you just sit back and watch. Then you can be at peace and free. Trust and believe. You can pray over and over again, but once they don't change, it's time for you to do something else. It's time for you to go to battle in the word of God. It's time for you to go to battle and pray against it. So trust and believe After so long, once you pray to God and he sees how your enemies are conspiring against you and they've given themselves over to the other side, he's going to step up for you. Trust and believe. So keep doing your thing. Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Read your word. The word is your weapon, and you're going to use it to fight your battles. That's on period. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Let everybody know that I'm here. Don't be stingy. Share this video. Somebody needs to know it's time to step up and pray. All right. If you would like to give to the channel, you can do so through Super Chat, Super Thanks, and Cash App $Diva TV. I thank you guys who have already contributed to the channel, and I love you guys so much. Be blessed, be highly favored, and get ready for battle. Peace, love, and light.